y'all not gonna like this.
You know what I'm saying? I think they know who we are. You think you know me? Know who we are? Look at me. I'm looking at you, man. We coming for these kids. Yeah.
Let me break it down for you like this. Sony is trash, but I want to preface that with I'm not an Xbox guy either. I'm a PC dude. I'm not gonna go there and insult you for being console players, whatever. That's not my cup of tea. But y'all know y'all whack, and I'm sorry. But here's the point. I vehemently do not like Sony, and I haven't liked Sony for a minute. It's been a thing, and I think it might be my fault for trying to consider that Sony like as a corporation, as a person, which is stupid. It's the dumbest thing you could ever do. When you think about it, when you think about all the dumb shit Sony has done, it just feels, I won't say anti-consumer, but I feel like Sony would rather sit on their laurels and just be like, oh, well, we have Spider-Man, Gods of War, exclusives, than innovate, if that makes any sense. They would just rather kind of sit there and chill with exclusives, and it bees like that. And then you got these people, these Sony, what they call ponies, or phony, I don't know what they call, but you know, these Sony marks just harken back and forth. But let's face facts. Let's be real for a second. Let's be real. You got the Xbox coming out on one side, and you got the Sony on the other side. Xbox has done so much for the casual player, so much for the gamer. Look at Game Pass alone. Look at the integration with Game Pass with PCs, mind you. But before I say that, I also say that even though I have Game Pass Ultimate, I can barely ever download something from my PC because there's a dumbass error. And when I put in the error, Microsoft is like, oh, I don't know, build a new computer, stupid, whatever. But the point is that if you are an Xbox guy or gal, whatever floats your boat, you know, Microsoft has done a 360, 180. There you go, done a 180. They've gone above and beyond trying to account, and like every time you look, Microsoft is always doing something cool for players. For example, even today they announced that the xCloud service, which is already built into Game Pass, for that one subscription, allows you to stream a bunch of games for not for free, but for your subscription, you know, from your phone, from your not iPhone, not Apple, because Apple again is stuck up their own ass. If you have Apple, iPhone, whatever, knock yourself out. But Android, etc. That's dope, man. Maybe we don't know about latency, who knows? But the fact that they continually go out of their way for some I don't know what it is. I don't know what happened. Think of it like this: if you want to consider in wrestling terms, Microsoft used to be the heel. Like it used to be, and now I'm not talking about the cool heel. I'm talking about the like, oh, get out of my face, that type of heel. And then for some reason they just kind of like they started turning it around, and they started getting cheers from the crowd. The crowd's like, oh shit! And next thing you know, Microsoft is like D'Lo Brown with the head swaggling. And you messing with the red D'Lo Brown Xbox, man. They are continually trying to do right by the players. And this is when you would think, Sony is gonna do the same thing. Nope. Nah, we're not gonna do that. But we got Spider-Man. How about we innovate? We got Spider-Man. How about we do something cool? We got Spider-Man, man. Get out my face. Crash Bandicoot. Fuck out of here. I don't understand it. It pisses me off because Sony used to be the company. Like, I used to be a Sony guy. Like, yeah. But it just feels like they would just rather sit there on their laurels because there's gonna be people, I'm Sony. Yeah, no, whatever. Like with your inferior, that's the other thing too. Inferior hardware, upscaled 4K and whatnot. And mind you, this is more feelings than facts. So if you got if you got other elaborative information, knock yourself down. I'm sorry, knock it out in the comments. Let me know what's up. But it just seems like they can do so many things to bring player bases together, and they just like, nah, we good over here, we fine. Here's another. Nintendo is the kid that has a nice house in the corner, got the pool, but he don't let nobody go into the pool until Microsoft shows up, and now they friend. Like, how you gonna have cross-play with Nintendo and Microsoft, and then they're like, all right, how about you, PlayStation? Now we good. It's 2020, bro. It is 2020. I should have the option on my PC to play with my friends on Xbox, on Nintendo. The technology's there. I think the only one that done it correctly, not correctly, the only one that they relented on was Rocket Arena. Not Rocket Arena. The hell is it called? Rocket League, which I suck at. Like they just refuse. And like this game sharing. You got game sharing for Microsoft. And Microsoft, you and someone else can share games and DLC. Sony made it so that nowadays, like, you can get the game, but you ain't sharing the DLC. Why? Cause Sony, fuck you. That's why. That's basically a fuck you. We got Spider-Man, Miles Morales, right? And I hope to God that the new Spider-Man for PS5 is just a reskin of the original Spider-Man with Miles Morales. Y'all deserve that. Y'all definitely deserve that. And here's more of a random quandary. Why the fuck are these systems so ugly? Both of them. Like, I'm not even talking about Xbox. Look, Xbox, you got yourself a speaker and you got yourself a refrigerator or a washer dryer unit. Looks nasty. And then PS5, you got yourself a weird router or a fucking space heater or a dehumidifier. And they're both taller than me. They're like 7 feet tall. It's like, who's doing this? Why are you doing this? Why can't you just design something nice? The PS4 looks nice. The Xbox One looks nice. And now y'all just got this weird, whatever. I don't understand it. I don't understand why Sony is utter refusal to do better by their consumers, by their clients. You know why? Spider-Man. That's why. Fuck you. Exclusives. Now don't come here and tell me about exclusive when we got a bunch of Sony exclusives on PC. Mind you, some of them run like shit. But you know what? That's not because of the PC. That's because of the poor coding, which is something else I don't even got to get into. But ask yourself, as a Sony fan, as a Sony consumer, why the fuck are they making everything so complicated for no fucking reason? Your peripherals may not work. Nah, some of them will, but maybe not because of haptic feedback. What the fuck? But then on Microsoft, all your shit works. And here's another thing that people don't always get misconstrued too. Like when we had the first generation, like the PlayStation 1 and then the 2, backwards compatibility wasn't much of a thing. But as these consoles progress and the libraries get so immense, a lot of times you want to go back and play something from back then, and it's a bitch to go from SD to HD. Not everybody has a nice CRT television lying around. We all got 4K TVs and LCD TVs and curved TVs and TVs with fucking rockets on top of them and QHD, 4K, 8K, all that whole shit. We all got all kinds of crazy shit. So it would mean something to have your system be backwards compatible. Xbox is doing what they can to make it not only with the entire, the previous generation, but also the 360 and some titles for Xbox, original Xbox. And by that, I hope Buffy the Vampire Slayer, the first one, is available on the Xbox X enhanced. That day one, if that's the case. I'm a fan. That game is fun as fuck. But Sony, I remember they had the little thing, the graphic. It was like, yeah, I was excited because I was like, yo, I might be able to play my PS1 games, my PS2 games. I ain't really getting to PS3, but I can buy some games from the store. Not GameStop, because fuck them. eBay or some shit, get some of that, get some of the PS4 joints. They put the little thing up. Nah, just PS4. And then only that, some PS4 games. Some of them. You mean to tell me, I have like my old computer was a 670 and like a 2 gig or whatever the hell. That system I can run PS2 games just fine. You mean to tell me with all this innovation, quote unquote, all this superior hardware, you can't emulate PS2 games? There's people with software doing that. You can't do PS1 games. Nah, fuck that. Can't do PS3 games. Nope. PS4 and that's it. Fuck it. I guess I'll buy a PS3. Hopefully it doesn't explode in my face and I can play PS2 games. Like, why the fuck do y'all do this all the time, man? I really want to be down with Sony, but y'all just make that shit so complicated. You really do. You really don't give a fuck about any Spider-Man. Got Spider-Man though, so that's my goofy ass rant. Whatever. I just want Sony to be the Sony they used to be, and to step the fuck up. Because Microsoft, dumb turn face. Microsoft is basically if the Empire from Star Wars, if the evil Empire from Star Wars found Jesus, and they out here serving breakfast and cake. Whereas Sony is basically Poe Dameron killing like 100,000 people because he's inept in that second movie from the new trilogy. I forgot the name of it because I hate the new trilogy. It stinks and I don't like it. That's my rant. I want Sony to be better. You should too, but you know what? Spider-Man, right? Spider-Man. Do better, Sony. Come on, man. Bring it back. Let's get excited again. Fuck. Spider-Man.